Welcome to Political Hillbilly Channel, where you will get a big old bowl of truth and reality. So everybody sit back, take shoes off, stay a while. We're gonna have some fun now. Yeah, here. Come and listen to a story about a political hillbilly. Talk things in Washington was looking kinda silly. Then one day when he was looking for the truth, up from the internet popped up proof. Yeah, here. Documentation, that is. Patriot Act and final reports. Next thing you know, hillbilly getting mad. That's no reason for none of you sad. Load up speeder with all the proof. Got it on YouTube to spread the truth. Yeah, here. Good morning all. Today is July 12th, 22nd. Boy, I tell you, dyslexic kicking me in the butt. I mean to tell you. I see we do have one out there already in text. Good morning, Space Cowboy. And being that there was one in text before him, I can only assume the trolls who claim that they don't care what I have to say, who continuously come to my channel anyways, was already here. As to show, trolls are the first one at the Political Hillbilly channel. It shows how much they truly hate. Anyways, that's enough about them and their childish mentality. Going to try something just a little bit different today, and that's to challenge any glober, any troll, any shield, any flat earther, any concave earther. Did I cover them all? That way I want you to know that I'm not being biased. Hello, Nicholas Cabal. Not being biased in any manner, any shape, any form. Now, what I'm looking for is a concave excavator, a flat earth excavator, a ball earth excavator, a geocentric excavator. Come on, boys. You think you can do it? Prove sea level as in a working application to have a curve. The reason it spiked me to do this is I went back to my PHB channel, being I don't go there very much since I can't do hangouts on it, to try to catch up on the comments. And there was somebody who left I'm not even going to go through the hassle of getting to the PHB channel to show it because it's just not worth it. But unless I get called out on it, because globers and shields, you know, if I say it, I'll prove it. The individual leaves a comment that says, and he don't have no subscribers, no icon on his profile, so it just goes to show it's just not another troll / shield account. But the comment was left in a polite manner. Matter of fact, nah, never mind. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's see here. No, I'm signed in on PHB on that one. On that one. Well, I'll get it if anybody calls it out. He says the comment was done, or I say the comment was done in a polite manner, in a respectful manner, and that is true. He goes on to say that if anybody needs assistance on seeing how the Earth is a globe/sphere, by all means contact him. He's here for us. Well, I left a comment in a respectful manner that says, if you could prove that the Earth was a round or a sphere, you would have simply done it by utilizing means sea level and to prove that it measures with a curve. So that's why I got the call out for the excavating trade to jump in to the discussion of the Earth shape, because we all know that excavating trade is where you truly utilize it in a working application. Engineering trade too, but the excavating trade is what I was associated to, as we all know. So, without any other delays, let me go ahead and show how there is no top to the ball utilizing sea level. Now, I got Globers out there who will make the argument that they want to bring perspective into the top of the ball. But that's not how you measure things. Perspective is utilizing your eyes and eyes alone. No measuring instruments involved. They'll try to use provable theory or whatever it's called to show the curvature rate. No. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson will admit that the alleged spin of the Earth allows the Earth to bulge at the equator, but it's so minute that you might as well call it a perfect sphere. That's Neil deGrasse's statements now. Don't be hating on me. He's the one that said it. So therefore, if it's a perfect ball, like NASA can't make up their mind there on exactly what is a perfect ball, and how many times have we seen that happen right there over the years, like 72, 1997, 2002, 2007, 2007, yet another different picture, 2012, 2013, 2015. So there's 8 different globes there, or alleged spear-shaped Earths, and not one of them can confirm the other. So, let's go ahead and put ourselves on top of the ball in a working application. Whoops. Come on. Okay. Now, if any Glober wants to make an argument that there is no uniformed curvature to the Earth, to where 8 inches in any one given mile is not equally distributed, by all means, I can only say I don't have time for your ignorance. Such as Charles, Flat Earth Math, when he tries to take measurable curvature away from me because I know how to utilize sea level for working applications. And then when he goes to Antonio, or he tries to take measurable curvature away from me and says I have to use perspective, then when he goes and has a debate with Antonio Suarez, who makes an argument based upon perspective, he says we have to use measurable curvature. So I have no time for the ignorance of something like that. So let's go ahead and get started here. And you are Gosh darn it, come on. You are there, okay? Now, this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. So, if I'm on the alleged top of the ball and I'm looking for uniform curvature, it's 8 inches in a mile, and there's 8/8 in a mile. So, uniform curvature tells you every eighth of a mile is that uniform curvature. That's 660 feet. So each and every one of these lines is in representation of 660 feet. Boy, this stylus I got here, a junk pen / stylus, just is not cutting it. So bear with the ugly artwork, okay? So every line is 660 feet. Now, so if I go out here or start here and I utilize mean sea level, and I'm going to just say that it's 800 feet above sea level, okay? So that means when I go out 660 feet, once I utilize a benchmark to determine that this was 806 or 800 feet above sea level, now I'm going to go out in all 4 directions, and I'm going to establish 800 feet above sea level above each and every mark, north, south, east, and west. I can even do it northeast, northwest, south, east, and southwest there. So I could do it. I could actually do it in this manner too. And see, I just covered the perfect radius of a 1 mile or of an eighth of a mile. So if I'm on the top of the ball, by all means, this should be the highest spot right in the center. So as I go out here and I establish 800 feet above sea level here, 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 and here, I should be able to detect 1 inch, 1 inch a detectable curvature by means sea level. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this. Let's see. Gosh darn it. New. I want new. Come on. This darn stylus. That's what happens when you're working on a hillbilly chip budget and buy a stylus for $2. Let's see, new. How do I get to new anymore in paint? New, there we go. Come on. Oh, don't save. There we go. So let's just say that this example here is an example of any one direction, all right? Whether it be north or the east or west or the south that are already established or any one of the angles in between. So if I'm on top of the ball right here, and I got this pin that we would establish grade with right there, and that's 800 feet. And then above that, I'm going to make a subtraction plane 12 inches above that. 12 inches above that. So my subtraction plane would be at 801 feet instead of 800. Because I got to add the 12 inches for my subtraction plane. Now as I go over here and reestablish it 660 feet away, and I carry this subtraction plane straight across on a flat level manner, which would take a bunch of reinforcement sticks or rods because over 660 feet, you cannot pull string tight enough or taut enough to get the sag out of it. But if, say, I go every 25 feet and I make sure that this string, by means of a string level or a torpedo level, is flat and level all the way across, and carry that across, and carry that across, and carry that across, all the way to the 660 feet. When I get over here to 660 feet and measure down, instead of having this 12 inches, I should have 13 inches. That would be my first measurable inch. But we all know that we don't live on a ball. At least people who utilize critical thinking and common sense know we don't live on a ball. So when we do this, in this working application, when we get over to this 660 feet in any direction, north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, northwest, back up to north, each and every time it will be 12 inches, not 13 inches. So if there's any heliocentric believers out there, any geocentric believers out there, any concave believers out there who works in the excavating trade, by all means, let's not fight. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. If you guys had provable facts, you wouldn't have to go around in a second grade mentality as yesterday's hangout in text displayed. That's a fact. So MSL, means sea level, proves that the earth is flat. Now, I'm not going to make an argument that the all landmass is flat, because that's the lamest argument the globers have got. When they try to explain their ball by these so-called authoritarians, Neil deGrasse Tyson will tell you that the mountains and the highest peaks are so minute compared to the grand scale size of Earth that you might as well call it perfectly round, a perfect sphere. So therefore, if the heliocentrics get to use that by their authoritarians, quit being hypocrites. We get to utilize it too. But as a measurable application, this is the best proof out there that the earth is flat. That's why it's sort of aggravating being about the only excavator in the argument of flat earth. I can't figure out for the like of me. But then again, right now is their busy time of year in the northern hemisphere. You got to make hay when the sun is shining. The sun is shining in the northern hemisphere. Let's see, don't save, and there we go. We could also utilize westerly air travel, as I've already done many a times, and note the so-called debunkers don't attack that argument. Not one legitimate argument has ever been presented on my westerly air traffic proving lack of spin. And we see the ones who like to address me for debunking stayed away from that one. The ones who like to address me for debunking stayed away from gravity debunked for $1. The ones who like to debunk me stayed away from means sea level. Wonder why? That's a clue, people. That is definitely a clue. So let me go ahead and only 5 watching, and I've been at it this long, so I'm going to assume somebody must have started to hang out while I was getting set up, and I didn't go back and check, because I don't like running hangouts when somebody else is doing it. It divides us. I don't want to be a dividing factor in the flat earth argument. That's why I can only wonder why people like Jeff Stewart or his wife are so hateful in their delivery of flat earth. Or people like, what the heck's his name? The blonde guy. Not Eric DeBay, but the other one, the NASA channel. Boy, they seem like they want to divide and control. Nobody controls nobody. That's a fact. Unless you're looking at the aspect of legislative slavery. I don't want to control nobody, but I refuse to allow anybody to come into my text and be rude or demanding. So, it's not a means of control. It's just eliminating what does not need to be there. Let's see. Hot off the press. Flat Earth Looser Tim exposed. No, that's been out there for a couple weeks. Unless, I don't know. Let's go ahead and click it and see. Unless somebody done something, doxed him or something. I don't know. Opening a new tab. What proof is there to that? What proof is there to that? Let's see, where'd my text go? No One's Flowers video. But let's not forget, No One Flower has a boyfriend, let's see, who admits that he is one of them who trolled me. I'm not going to go back and dig that comment out. I exposed it in one of my previous hangouts. Now, it could have just been a claim that he made, but I know talking to No One Flowers, she does indicate that she has a boyfriend, but she won't say who he is and somewhat secretive about him because he's in the Earth's discussion, or however it went. I don't know. I don't want to create drama, but that is the facts. Although, if that was Timmy Osmond, why wouldn't they want further more into it to prove it? Don't know. Just thought it might be interesting to you. I don't like anything that's unprovable, so it wasn't interesting to me. What'd we do? We seen a man walk out of a building. I didn't see any building number on it. I don't even have any confirmation that that building is located. I guess Timmy Osmond said to be located in Colorado. Then there was other claims he was located in Pennsylvania. I don't know. I don't want to add assumption. I would like to have provable facts. Although, that was an ugly cuss, so I'm not the only ugly one in the argument, if that was Tim Osmond. Yeah, that wasn't the same face that we seen on the alleged IPS exposure, was it? No, it wasn't. That was not the same person. I thought No One's Flower was supposed to be, where was she? Isn't No One's Flower in the UK somewhere? How would she got a picture of Timmy Osmond in Colorado? You know, when I prove something, I take you to the documentation and show you where the documentation come from. Where did that documentation come from? When you don't want to expose your source, I would never consider it reliable. I would never consider it reliable. Flat Earth is still. You should check out my video called Let's Be Friends with the Enemy. What the fuck? Where do we draw the line? I've often said that back when I first became a flat earther. We can't not lower ourselves to their standards. But after over a year of I'm not going to say getting beat up, but because they're not. All they're doing is putting foul, disgusting words in text to prove their immaturity. Where was I going with that? Forgot where I was going with it. Brain fart already this morning. But anyways, let me see if I can go back. Oh, yeah, I tried to say we cannot be at their standards, but you got to just ignore them. That's what I want to do. I just want to ignore them. But being the fact that they want to violate YouTube policy, but seem to be able to get away with it, I don't mind exposing them as YouTube heroes or YouTube shields, because they're doing stuff we can't get away with. They're doing stuff that no one would ever do in real life. You know, they have my real address now. I'm surprised last night I didn't get pizzas delivered to my house that I never ordered, or other things along that lines. But then, who are they truly freaking? I hate to say fucking, but that's what I meant. Who are they truly messing over? Say they order a pizza and send it to my house. I simply answer the door and say, buddy, someone pulled a fast one on you. I didn't order no food. And then they got to take the food back. And now the mom and pop's pizzeria is out at 10, 15 bucks. Not me. You didn't hurt me. What did you do? Inconvenience me to get up and answer the door? That's it. I know one thing they'll never do. They'll never show up in my driveway and act in the manner that they do. P. Mars, it may be a 14-hour drive, but if you think you're man enough with your big fat ass, jump in your car and start heading southeast to the Buckeye State. I don't live far in the Buckeye State from your perspective. You only have to cross the state line, and 15 miles, you're at my front door. Come on, Bubba. I wish there was one of these shields that would admit that they're in Ohio. Come on. What's the problem? You got my address. Come and act childish to my face. Come and make your idle threats to my face. In my driveway. It don't even have to be my driveway. Come here. Find one of the many, or not many, but a few hot spots around here. hook up your internet device, send me a message. Say you're in town. We can meet at the library, meet at the post office, Popo station, Mickey D's, wherever. But you're not man enough, are you? So I don't ever worry of that one happening. Oh, by the way, everything was straightened out with the uh, package that I was expecting. So I'm going to get exact details from THC, or THC gets you high, helium gets you higher, on his suggested recommendation for utilizing THC to treat COPD. There are some pretty good testimonials here on YouTube. I think I got Mrs. Hillbilly convinced in doing a documented version. This is the vape pen, and yes, I don't know if you can see. Oh, by the way, next week I'm going to have multiple cameras with Mr. Anderson's donation. I'm going to go ahead and buy a multiple camera so I can keep this one up there permanently, and I'll have one for demonstrations like this. We all know that I'm not afraid to put my face out there, but I hate to see my own face just like I hate to hear my own voice. That's why I never look in the camera. I'm always looking down so I don't have to see myself. You know, I earned these wrinkles on my face, but I'm not proud of them. So, or actually my kids helped give me some of them, and being outside in a weather-beaten environment for 31 years, being a smoker, and the complications added by my kids, each and every one of these wrinkles on my face is earned. So, I'm pretty sure I got Mrs. Hillbilly talked into let's document it. And I don't know if she's going to cam up to do it or not, or if I'll just do a profile deal, because like I don't like going on camera, but she doesn't like going on camera at all. You know, being the fact that I respect her wishes about not going on camera, the Shields have actually accused me of making up Mrs. PHB. How lame. How lame. I don't live in Mama's basement like they do. I've had a girlfriend or a wife or a live-in companion ever since I've got out of the Army. So if that's the best you can do is try to say I'm making up fabricating a girl that I've been in a relationship with for 19 years, it goes to prove once again, you've got nothing, trolls. Let's see, got to collect the colloidal minerals as well. Now I'm doing one at a time. I am not doing multiple remedies at a time. And I got to go by Mrs. Hillbilly's respects. She doesn't sound like she wants to try MMS yet, because she's smart enough to figure out that what the heck is it? Not the citric acid, but the other ingredients. Is an ingredients from bleach. So she doesn't really want to go that way. Now she's not afraid to go this way because one, she knows that she's going to get a buzz off of it, which is going to relax her, and Mrs. Hillbilly has not been in a relaxed state since the beginning of this year, 2017. She has not been able to enjoy herself, relax, and hopefully it'll let her get some good sleep. And the colloidal silver is also a metal. And she has a hard time figuring out how you could put a metal into your body. And do anything good. So I appreciate all the suggestions, but I will not violate Mrs. Hillbilly's uh, right to medicate in the manner she wants. When I was first diagnosed with bradycardia and had a heart episode and had to go in the cardiac unit of the hospital, I filled out a living will with a DNR, do not resuscitate. If I've been deprived of oxygen for longer than 6 minutes, do not resuscitate. Mrs. Hillbilly had a hard time with that, tried to talk me out of it, but I said, there's nothing you can do. The best thing you can do is respect my wishes. I refuse to be a hypocrite. I will respect her wishes. So let me go ahead and see, being that this hangout's not doing that good, if maybe I did step on somebody's toes and somebody started to hang out while I was trying to set this one up, because I actually got a couple applications in here. 7-to-1 thumbs, or 3-to-1, I mean. Okay, open this up. Sometimes I get tired of talking to myself in these, and other times I don't. Today's one of those days where I'm not actually on top of my game, and I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. And it seems like when I ask people to join me, I'm talking to the wall. To the wall. Ain't no truther supposed to be stuck to the wall. Truthers are supposed to be verbal. Let's see. At least that's been my practice for the last 35 years. I refuse to go and shut up and hide and stick myself to the wall. Let somebody else do it for me. Jamie Brown, Flat Earth Court, Isa. You've been brainwashed. No Poncho Pete. Hillbilly Heaven. So I'm going to put it out there one time. Does anybody want to join me in a hangout? And if not, I'll see you later. Hillbilly. Anybody can make any claim. Anybody can make any claim. Nobody gets a wrench just by coming in and asking for one. People have to prove themselves first. Prove yourself, then you'll get a wrench. Prove yourself to be respectful for a few days, then you'll get a wrench. Let's see here. Go to channel. Right click. $261 subscribers. Well, I doubt if you're a troll. Let's see. Uploads all. No flat earth videos. No flat earth videos. Looks like be nothing more than a gamer. Looks like be nothing more than a gamer. I can make a claim that George Washington was my dad. Can't prove it. Can't prove it. Manhunt for RE4. One of the few gamers I played to the end. You know, of course water's level when it lays at rest. That's just common sense. That's just common sense. It happens in your toilet, happens in your sink, happens in your bathtub. There's 3 different means of measurement that you can utilize in your house. All 3 of them have different shapes. All 3 of them have different distances from side to side. So shape does not come into play, and distance does not come into play. So if it doesn't happen in a 12-inch sink, or I don't know what the water diameter of your commode would be, probably 8-10 inches, or the 5 feet across your bathtub, it doesn't come into play in any one of them shapes. It doesn't come into play in the profile of water when we look at the Great Lakes water profile picture that I put up many a times. And if anybody true wants to do investigative research, just simply Google search Great Lakes water level profile, and what you'll see is a representation of how each and every lake is flat until there is an elevational change that allows for a spillway or a dam, and then it drops down to the next one. Then as it carries across that lake, it is flat until the next spillway, all the way over to the... You might as well give it up. That or not, you're not getting a wrench until I get to know you. I would never go into anybody's room and say, give me a wrench. Give me a wrench. And I won't jump through hoops to get wrenches neither. That's why I will refuse to go back to IPS's hangout. You will never catch the hillbilly in IPS's hangout. And you can take that one to the bank because, like I said, I used to have all kind of toys. I used to have multiple houses. I used to have a nice bank account. But now, all I got is my word. And I refuse to lose that. I refuse to use that. So with that being said, and there's still not that much traffic coming, I guess I'll let you guys go so you can go see what's going on over at Jamie Brown's or Ease's hangout. Not going to sit here and talk to myself all day long over a repetitive comment and text. So people, I am the political hillbilly. Sorry this hangout bombed out. But the MSLC level, by all means, if you guys know any excavators, whether they believe in a globe, whether they believe in concave earth, whether they believe that they live on a ball but it's not spinning. You want to join Flat Earth? All right, I'll stick around if you're somebody going to join, but I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. So let me get you a link. I demand much respect. You sort of lost me there, Chris. I demand much respect. Let's see. Go to his channel. Right click. Open a new tab. Bring this up. And I'm still flatter. Oh, you was on a couple days ago, weren't you? Paste. Boom. Alright, send a message to your channel. Oh, Mama, not so noisy back there for a minute, please. And let me hide my screen there while I do get off screen share on the one. By the way, people, if you ever want to do a hangout and you don't have OBS, please go watch Chris the Truth Seeker tutorial video on how to not expose your link in the quick style version of a hangout. Let's see here. Stop. Oh, the camera's on there, ain't it? I thought that was pretty nice of Chris the Truth Seeker to go out of his way to try to teach people how to avoid the childish tactics of Timmy Osmond. Okay, turn off the camera there. Nobody wants to see my inside of my hand. And go back to the show. Hey, Flat Earth, how you doing? Still Flat Earth. Don't have no audio from you. Not hearing anything. Well, hold on, let me make sure that. All right, say something again.
All right, check 1 2 check.
I am not hearing what he's saying. Is his audio coming through the Hangout, people? Somebody put it in text. Is he is his audio coming through the Hangout? Because I can't hear him.
Yeah, it's not showing any green on my side either.
Why wouldn't I be able to hear him? Got my speakers up. No audio from the guests. Flat still Earth. Please at least try to go out, refresh your Hangout, make sure your mic's plugged in, whatever the case may be. Let's see. Mick left anyways and unsub. I don't care. I don't care. You think you hurt my feelings by unsubbing? By all means, all of you unsub. You don't hurt my feelings. I'm a truther. It's not about me. It's not about me. I'm a truther.
Hello.
There, I can hear you, but you're real low. Can you turn your mic up?
Let me see here. Oh, I know what it might be. Is that
Oh,
better?
a lot better.
Oh, my microphone's got three settings on it. I had on the one that's for up close talking.
Yeah.
For like doing voiceovers, I had it set for that from yesterday. So I forgot to switch it back to the one that's a little bit more, because I don't have to be so close to it.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just finished a video I made with about being friends with people wanting to be friends with the enemy, which I think is nonsense. That's bad news, especially knowing that they're being so destructive and stuff. So that's what I made a video about. Probably about 3 minutes long.
Well, what do you?
I don't like making long videos.
What do you consider the enemy, though?
Anybody being destructive in any way. I mean, having a conversation with somebody is one. That's why I made a point. This ain't an attack on anybody, in general, and it's just a general thing. Having a conversation is one thing, but you start name calling and insulting people, threatening them, doing all this stuff, sniping, all that, and then bringing in certain agendas I don't agree with, which is toxic.
Well,
that's the problem I have.
So flat earthers who have major ego problems could also be considered the enemy, then, right?
That's ego is to me is an agenda of the enemy. Thinking you're better than somebody else, and I think we're all on the same boat with all this. Not saying equal, but we're all in the same boat. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, and they're all the same. I understand all that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just how people are reacting to other people. I'm not agreeing with it. So I didn't call out anybody. It was more of a general thing. And if not saying you, but if anybody takes it personal, then obviously it was about them. But it ain't about anybody in particular.
Yeah.
So if you're not like that, then it's not about you.
You can go back. You can go back and watch my hangouts from when I first became a flat earther, and that was always one of the things I said repetitively on each and every hangout. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about the truth.
I've watched a lot of your older. I've been watching you for a while.
So that's why part of these, like I hate to say it, and be stirring the pot a little bit, because for some reason I can't say his name without them making a hit piece video on me. But the way Jeff Stewart approached me, and then when I told him I wasn't going to tolerate his means and I just wanted him to go away, he was like Timmy Osmond, Jim Panda. He wouldn't let me make that separation. He kept coming to me, to the point to where he got humiliated. Then his wife must have said, "Jeffy, you sit down. I'll show you how to wear the pants of this family." I never once knew who she was. I never once had a conversation with her until the day she came in to Jibby's hangout and said, "Where is that fucking hillbilly?" Well, when you address somebody like that in your greeting statement, your first statement you would ever make to another person, there's not going to be no respect. So I didn't give her no respect. But what I won't do is carry it on in a childish mentality that she does and make these lame-ass hit piece videos.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those too. I didn't see the clips of everything happen. I wasn't around when all that happened. I'd seen the aftermath and everything, but it's just the crazy stuff I don't want to get involved in.
Well, Jeff Stewart tried to tell me and Agave what we could and what we couldn't do as flat earthers. Nobody has that right. Nobody has that right. I don't have the right to do it to you. You don't have the right to do it to me. And Jeff Stewart, with his so-called seniority, he can kiss my hillbilly ass if he thinks he does have that right.
See, that seniority, wouldn't that fall into ego?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean,
and then he went on to say, well, hillbilly, if it was reversed, if we was going into Sandy Hook, then you would have seniority on me, and I would come to you and ask you. I remember for a fact what I said. If you need to follow someone in the path of truth, you're going to be misled. So, I don't know. I hate to talk about it because it is somewhat shit stirring, but.
Hold on one sec. My girlfriend called me.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not into this Gorn wrenches. Oh, 4 wrenches. Okay, I see your correction down there. Yeah, I can't figure that one out. Can't figure it out. He could have came on the hangout and tried to talk about it. The invitation was out. Can't say. And if Mick Taylor wants to be that way or whatever, unsubbed, hey, he's the one with the problem, not me. Now that I got it straight that I need the 10,000 views, not the 10,000 or the 1,000 subscribers, subscription base doesn't bother me anymore. Because I'm not going to turn on Super Chat. I'm not going to give YouTube the ability to make money off of truthers, because we know that YouTube censors truthers, whether it be 9/11, 7/7 bombing, Oklahoma City, you name it, they censor truthers. Why would I want to help feed their corporate greed when their corporate greed has an agenda behind it that allows trolls have more of an ability than I do. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Good to see you today, sir. Good to see you today. Let's see. By the way, people, on this vape deal, I don't know if there's a way that you can make it taste a little bit better. First time I've ever done it. I took a few sample hits off of it, and Anthony did say that he wants me to vape right along with her, but right now my goal is to get her better, so I don't want to utilize a bunch of it. But this, I don't know, getting high, but yet not smoking a joint after 30 some years of smoking a joint, there's just something missing, you know? So I got to thinking last night while I was making my second sample test and figured that out. Well, yes, I got a buzz. There's no doubt about it. I was buzzed. 1 hit, I was high. 2 hits, I was stoned. But something was still just missing. And I think it's having something in your hand and putting it up to your lips and holding it and flicking ashes. So the second time I took this outside when I went out to smoke a cigar, I'd take a couple hits and then I'd take a hit of my cigar. And then all of a sudden I felt better. What I thought to be missing was no longer missing. Isn't that funny how something psychological can make you have that feeling? Government using psychological means on us, and you have that feeling. When I got to thinking of that, I thought to myself about the troll tactics. The troll tactics. Well, all my hangouts in the past with the derogatory titles, I even said it yesterday before I thought of this, that I'd probably only do one more hangout with a derogatory title. Notice today's title's pretty respectful. Because I want that gathering of like-minded people. Sly Sparkane and myself are like-minded on the eclipse. We both want to discuss the eclipse, but I'm the one with the open door policy that he refuses to take. I'm the one saying, let's make a video together, that he refuses to do. I got to welcome Matt open.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, my girlfriend called me and just telling me some stuff. So I'm like, okay. And I last minute or so, I was listening to what you were saying. I didn't want to interrupt all that.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what we're talking about.
Oh, trolls and why we shouldn't hang around them. But,
yeah. That's exactly what I did the video about. I didn't use the term trolls though. I was kind of being more blunt about it and calling them, some other choice names.
Well, what do you say about an individual like me? Have you ever seen me in Earth's discussion room other than to go over and share a link to say, hey, let's talk about it? And they refuse to do that. I don't go to PMARS hangouts. I don't go to Earth's discussion hangouts. They come here.
I've never seen you over anywhere else. I've went over to. I've just never commented or anything like that. I've never trolled them. I've never done anything like that. And I've just viewed them and just seen what was going on, and seeing what they're saying is what I was really doing. But I didn't partake in anything. There's a few times I thought I was on good terms with P Mars to an extent, but he's just too annoying. When he starts getting into his gold stuff on flat Earth things, he just gets too crazy and stuff. I'm like, enough of this guy. I'm done. I don't want to even say hey to him anymore.
I made an observation on PMAR back when Free Chant was halfway decent. When they would first fire up their hangout, and PMARS would be one of the first ones in there besides quite a few flat earthers, he was respectful and wanted to participate. But as the number of trolls would get higher, his mentality would diminish, troll by troll, minute by minute. So PMAR is a fair weather fan, if you would. I'll tell you who I'm going to root for at the end of the season versus at the beginning of the season is PMAR's mentality. He's going to wait and see where the majority leans and then try to be part of the majority. I
can see that. I totally see that. If he's in a normal conversation, he pretty much gets along with everybody. When he starts pushing, whatever what he thinks is the popular model, if you want to call it that, he just gets so crazy and wild about it, and it gets really emotional. I just teased him for a few times. I thought he was on the verge of crying about it. It's like, dude, calm down. You don't have to get that emotional. But I guess he's got anxiety and stuff, so I backed off when he told me that. I was like, I ain't make fun of him because of that. I just thought he was getting too adamant about it, and like, whoa, it's not anything, whoa. But he said it's emotional art. What did I say? Anxiety issues he's got.
Hey, Jimbo out there in text. Shout out to Jimbo. Is anybody besides Jimbo hearing an echo? Put it out there. Is HP hear the echo or just us? Oh, so days gone by said it too.
Yeah, because I got headphones in, so it wouldn't be on my side. I don't hear you echoing, or I don't hear myself.
I was gonna say I'm not hearing an echo neither on my end. But no,
okay, just say when I talk. Why would that be?
I don't have. Well, if it's when you're talking, then I'm the one giving you echo here. I'm gonna mute my mic and watch them talk and see if that. Maybe if I turn down your audio a little bit because you're pretty loud now.
Can we change the setting again? How's that? Is that better?
Well, I can still hear you. How about the echo now, people? Is there still an echo?
Do I have an echo? Is there an echo? Oh, no, my watch page is muted.
Let's see. Let me see if mine is.
It's got to be on their side.
Oh, I bet my watch page ain't muted. I normally do.
I would hear it. Would I hear it?
Let's see. Do I even have my watch page open anymore? I was thinking by default it should stay muted. Okay. Yeah, it's muted. My watch page is muted. I never unmute it on the control panel, so I don't have to worry about it. Oh, Jim,
I don't have a volume. I can change doing things with my camera. With my phone. I mean, the mic.
Let's see here. How's Jimbo doing anyways? I haven't seen you in a long time, buddy. Oh, I still got my mic muted, don't I? Or no, I don't. Never echoes when Hillbilly talks.
Just when I do? That's weird. I wonder why that is.
I'm not hearing an echo. Let me try taking this other name I got in here for the purposes of drawing for the sea level argument, in case anybody was going to try to make an argument against it and could do it in a respectful manner, which that's hard to find. I was wanting to keep it in here, but I'll go ahead and pull it out.
So what'd you think of that curved water video? Is that funny or what?
About Lake Pontchartrain? Yeah.
Oh my God. That looks so CGI. I know CGI pretty well, and that doesn't even look real.
They are definitely grasping for straws. Like I said, we can utilize water for measurements by established sea level, and that no one globe believer will make an argument against that. They know that's how their sanitary sewer, what allows their sewer systems to properly work. So as it is a means of measurement for detection, they won't make an argument as why there's no detectable curvature in that. They'll stay away from it. They'll run from it.
Oh yeah, I have experience with plumbing, so I know about that drop you gotta have.
Well,
I think we talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah, but we're not looking for a drop. We're looking for not an elevation change in pipe now. I'm just proving how it works by saying sewer systems or building pads or groundbreaking when you go out and start with a wooded lot and end up with a mini mall. That was all done with means sea level to make to make sure everything works right. That means sea level. Now we can prove it works, but what we can't do is prove that there's a curvature to it. If mean sea level is said to be wrapped around the sphere, why can't we prove curvature to it?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking about that too. Is like, I've been in some big jobs. My brother-in-law does concrete. We've been in some huge jobs, and that's perfectly level. You know, and it's going by the elevation. You know, it don't go by the ground elevation. It goes by the sea level elevation. And so it's like that thing's flat as anything. It's like, you know, it's small and it's a pretty big area, but it's not. You know, it's the size they say it's got to be, but you know, at any point, like I've said before, with the whole sphere thing, is as soon as you mark a point and you start going away from there to measure, the curvature happens immediately. So it wouldn't matter how big or small an area is or a sphere is, it's going to show curvature. You know, even the smallest amount it will show. And just doing that, I know it's not there. And like you said, it's starting from. If it's sea level is going with the curve, it would show on any, it would be detectable on anything that you build on that curve, be it bridges, buildings, roadways, which obviously the roadways they go with the landscape most of the time. They don't level all those out.
Yeah.
But you know, in general, they try to get most roads level.
No, never do they try to make a road level. Never. Believe me, buddy.
That's your stuff.
Yeah.
That's your deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put in hundreds of miles of road, whether it tear out roads and repair them, you know, take it back down to the stone and fix it, or start from scratch and put in a bypass around the city. We don't build roads level. We want the water to drain off of them. That's exactly why they're not level. On level, it allows for standing water, which would create hydroplaning. For that very reason is why we don't make roads level. How do we make sure that they're not level? Mean sea level.
Yeah, you start from a level point and you drop it off. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or actually, on a road, you have to go from side to side so it comes up. It doesn't drop off.
Well, that's what I mean, to the sides. Generally, it's to the sides, right?
Yeah. Remember, whenever you're utilizing mean sea level in a working application, it's like backing a trailer with your car or a truck or a semi. Everything is backwards. If you want the trailer to go to the right, you must turn the wheel in the opposite direction, left. If you want the trailer to go to the left, you must turn the wheel to the right. Same and mean sea level. Up is down and down is up.
Yeah. That kind of missed with that the laser level and stuff that my brother had. But he would just push me out of the way. Here, I'll do it. So I didn't get you in there.
Yep. Oh, I tell you what, Ethan and Marla is coming to my house Saturday. Well, lo and behold, Larry Moore also talking about coming to my house Saturday. Now, I have not confirmed with Ethan and Marla what Larry Moore would like to do, and that's just a short trip to Neil Armstrong Space Museum. It would have to be pretty short if I was to go along, because Mrs. Hillbilly can't be left alone very long by herself. But what we're talking about doing is going there and spending maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, then I got to get back home. But it's only a very short drive from my house. So if anybody else who would happen to live close or in Ohio or the eastern side of Indiana who's a flat earther would like to participate, by all means, let's go to the Neil Armstrong Space Museum and just have a good old laugh. I don't know if anybody...
Am I echoing now?
No,
they're still saying I'm echoing. I took it off my external mic and put it to the internal mic. Let's see what they say now.
I'm not hearing the echo, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah, if it's still echoing, it's got to be something on some other part of this.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can settings here, properties. No. Mixer. Desktop audio 1.
Do I still have an echo?
Monitor and output. What was it? See what you're coming through on.
I want to try to fix it because I know how annoying that is. Oh my god.
Hold on, let me try this. I still need to learn how to channel audio. Monitor off. Alright, let me try that.
Alright, am I echoing now?
Alright, people, tell us, is he still echoing? I changed one setting on my end.
Am I echoing?
Well, you got to give him a chance. There's like a 15
I know. Well, I'm talking so you can hear me talk. And just talking. If I don't talk, they won't know if I have an echo or not.
I remember you trying to organize that last year.
This just didn't happen.
Days gone by, do you remember people like Mike or Tyler Miller getting all butthurt because that's back when I was letting Isa come on, and then they was trying to say it's all about hillbillies. Went from thinking it's not about him to now his head's swelling up and it is all about him. That's why. That's why it didn't happen. Why should I do that if I got other flat earthers hating on it so bad? That's why it didn't happen.
He says it's still an echo.
I have no idea what to do. Let me pull this out. Why is it full screen? I can't get it out.
I'm going to go ahead and jump out real quick and jump back in and see if that.
Hold on, let me pull my other name out.
Okay.
If I can get it out. For some reason my desktop on my tablet's not working very good. Let's see. Exit full screen. On here, let me do it this way. Power it down. One way to trick a cat. There, it should have fell out.
All right. Now. Is there an echo? Anybody in chat? I guess we give a big shout out to Days Go By for bringing this up, and Jimbo. Jimbo standing too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn this OBS. I think I know it enough to think I can function in it. My problem I'm having now is the bandwidth.
Yeah, well,
I done some tests, and it comes across with everything I want, but it's just so low quality. It's like not even worth doing.
Well, we already talked about the other day. It was your internet speed, so
yeah.
Until you do something to change your internet speed, OBS is not for you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they want you to give OBS a bit rate that may at times consume half of your internet speed. Well, and recommended nothing less than 1 meg for smooth streaming. Well, you got less than 1 meg upload. What was it, 0.7? So if you give it half of that, that's 0.35. You can't hit the 1 meg minimum needed.
Okay, yeah. All right, they're saying it's still an echo. I'm going to go ahead and jump out real quick and jump back in.
All right. You want to join, Jimbo? No, my mic's the only one that's on OBS. Oh, well, no, I can't do that because he won't hear me neither.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I hear it. Did I hear it? I heard an echo now.
You hear yourself echoing?
Yeah.
I didn't change no settings, and I've never had this problem before. I did not change.
Jimbo said the OBS mics are on.
Well, I got to have my OBS mic on, or else... Okay, let me do it this way. Or no.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. So I can hear you, but that's different. Can you hear Hillbilly? Yeah, the echo's gone. Oh no, days go by says I'm a glow shield disrupting the chat. Joke. Crying tears. Well, I put a lot of work into my videos to be a damn glow. Well, I guess all the rest of them have too, huh? Oh, geez. There we go. Okay, he says better. But so you can hear Hillbilly too and me? No echo? Go ahead and start talking, Hillbilly. Cough, cough. Is that from a vape? What the heck kind of vape? What perfect now, no echo. Jeez. Do I need to repeat everything I said? That's what you're saying, I think. Can or cannot? You can call me Vlad. You don't have to say the whole name. What level of nicotine you got in that? Oh, okay. Ah, okay, I get it. Ah, okay, I get it now. I didn't realize it was that. Yeah, my sister had owned a vape shop about 2 years ago. Oh, yeah. He's been talking. He took off the OBS mic. He's muted the OBS mic, and now he's gone.
Yeah. Let's see. Monitor off. Monitor off.
Yeah, let him know. Can't hear.
Now they can hear me. But they probably brought the echo back. Let's see. If I unhook my speakers to hook my headset up, which I know would eliminate it, I'd probably have to reboot.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me try it.
So you have three computers? Or is that just two computers and two monitors on one computer?
2 computers with an extra monitor. How childish is the trolls who want to laugh about the old style monitor? What's wrong with using what you got? I can't afford
nothing.
I can't afford.
I wish I would have kept some.
Yeah. And for one, I like the picture better on it. If I'm going to download a show from like Pirates Bay or something like that, because I don't like watching commercials, but I get in shows like Deadliest Catch and Swamp Loggers and stuff like that. I'll watch it on this monitor. The picture's better. I like it. Yeah. But anyways, to get by and not extend your means, could I go out and get me a flat screen monitor in the past? Yes. But being a man of principles, knowing that I gotta only get paid once a month, I gotta buy groceries to last from check to check. I gotta make sure my lights are on. I gotta make sure my water's on. A monitor just ain't in it. But I can be irresponsible, and when I get my check, the very first thing I do is go out and buy a fancy monitor so I can look so hip on YouTube, and then at the end of the month, wonder how the fuck I'm going to eat. I refuse to be that irresponsible.
Exactly. That's why I don't have any monitors. I got rid of them all years ago. I wish I would have kept a couple of them. I even had some flat little screen ones. I just didn't have the. I wish I could have the desktop computers. The towers. I have 3 old ones of those, and I don't know why the hell.
Gosh darn, that's what I thought. Now I can't hear a damn thing. All right, say something again. Whoop. Yep, I lost audio altogether just trying to put a simple headset in. I don't know, people. I'll get it figured out. I'll go watch tutorials on how to channel the damn audio on OBS. But now that I lost audio on the Hangout, I can't hear Still Flat Earth anymore. No matter what I do, I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and end this one here. Hey, Vinny P out there, do you know how to channel audio in OBS? If you do, please get a hold of me on Skype here in a couple minutes, because I'm going to have to end this Hangout right now. I have no capability of, I couldn't even play a YouTube video right now and hear it. I don't know what it is about this computer, but once I pull the jack out of anything, I got to reboot. So, with that being said, Flat Still Earth, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go ahead and close out the Hangout. And maybe you'll join me if I make it back on later today. People, I am Political Hillbilly, not feeling too good, so I ain't going to sing a song no more. Today, I'm just going to say, I'll see you the next time. Have a good day. Peace.